I think I angered somebody at Scopely. Here's a new Seth Rollins. What's up, WWE Champions Universe? This is Lee from Champions Chat, and this is your breakdown of Seth Rollins, the Visionary. So I was thinking on my drive home tonight, because I knew we were getting this character in advance and all that kind of stuff, just since I got in the car, looked at my messages, and then drove back. There's a new Seth Rollins in the game. Well, what's he going to be? What class do we not have? We have a Showboat, obviously. We've got Striker. He was good at one point. We've got 2 new gen Acros. We don't have a Trickster. Oh, wait, nope. We definitely have a Trickster. He was the Seth to the Moon guy. Oh, a Powerhouse. My favorite Powerhouse Seth. Well, now we have 2 Powerhouse Seths. And by the way, before you say we don't have a technician, it's the zombie. Anyway, we definitely have a new Seth in the game. And I think Scopely is trolling me for 2 distinct reasons. One, I've continued to say on this podcast that Seth Rollins is the Bret Hart of our generation. Whenever he's on TV, I want to turn it off. And 2, whenever I did the plates conversation twice in the last month, I made sure to make a big deal about the Ray's mask being terrible and useless on everybody in the game at this point. And they went ahead and made a character that makes the Ray's mask relevant in one of the movesets. So we're going to get to all that. But first, Seth Rollins is a modern era defensive powerhouse with links on Raw and Modern Era, and that's it. No gear, but count on it. I'm sure at some point we're getting gear because, I mean, basically Seth could have 100 gears and you'd never run out of outfits for him. And he is your S tier character for the post-Tekken world in November 2025. We're going to take a look at 3, maybe 3 movesets for him. And the first one is the Ray's Mask moveset. There's a lot of things you could do with this, but it's triple yellow, which is funny because the yellow Seth uses triple red, and the red Seth now uses triple yellow. Anyway, Sling Blade, it's a 6 MP move, deal damage, and gain 5 yellow MP, which leads you to the Falcon Arrow, 8 MP yellow, deal damage, choose a 5x5 area to make a multiply gems of strength 7. Then deal damage and make 15 random gems into heal gems. Notice where we're going with this, of strength 2.5 million. Then you've got the King's Landing finisher, deal 2 million damage, make 50 random gems yellow, and pin the opponent. So you've got a lot of different ways you could do this. You could most certainly do this one with gem damage. You could also do this with move damage. You could do multi-up. You could do heal gems, although I don't know why you would focus on that as much, but you could. Here's what I'm going to show you first. This is the move damage setup. You've got Kofi for 4 yellow MP, Asuka for 2 more yellow MP, which gets you loaded turn 1, and yellow moves deal 100% more damage. Then you've got the statue of Rick Rude for yellow moves do 40% more damage. And if you got him, fingers crossed that he's available during the Thanksgiving week event, or at least 400 plus shards. Just saying, of him are, because I still need him. Any color moves do 75% more damage. Oh, that's why I was like, I missed something. I didn't show you his trainer ability. Seth's coaching ability, that is, red moves that deal damage will deal 75% more damage. So if you have a red person, like, for example, Julia with gear and the werewolf plate, this is the right person to now add to her. And if you've got the bird, then you bird and that, and boom, you've got a huge hit for her. So that's exciting. That's a main reason I want this character. We'll see what happens. Anyway, so that's what I would say to run. Now, that being said, you could also, with either Santa Hogan or a midline bonus, actually use Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns gives yellow moves that deal damage will do 100%, so you haven't lost anything there. And then your heal gems will give you 75% more health. So now you're dealing damage and you're doing heal gems that are strength 4.7 million times 15. So you're gaining back about 50 million health with this setup. But again, you'd either need a midline bonus or Santa Hogan rot her, because you're going to be 4, 5 with your turn bonus. You need 6 to get started. and then you're good from there. So I'm going to show you with Roman, just so you can kind of see what's going on. On the strap, I said it, I angered somebody at Scopely. I'm so sorry that you're making me use the plate that I said was useless on almost everybody. Well, now there's 4 characters in the game that can use this plate. Vicky, no, not Vicky Guerrero. She's not in the game. Mickey James, Mickey James, Xavier Woods, Ray, and then and now Solo. Okay, so 5. This is the 5th guy now. So 5 people out of 670 characters can use this plate. Whenever you make 5 or more heal gems, increase your yellow move damage by 125% for 2 turns. Then also, this gives you the ability to use the Visceral Visage. Whenever you make 1 or more heal gem, increase all your gem damage by 200%. So you've got move and gem damage kind of melding together. Obviously, the best plate, if you had it for this moveset, would be the Ghost Whooper. But this plate doesn't exist. I don't have it. 99% of the community does not have it. But if you have it, you already know that you're going to throw this on him if you run a move damage setup, and you're going to get yourself another 100% for every single yellow move. So you're going to run 1, 2, 3. By the time you hit the 3rd hit, you've triggered this guy multiple times. You can also use, of course, any Royal Rumble plate. You are buffing up all your gem damage with this plate, though, so this is why I like it better, although this is a pretty rare plate. You might have like a yellow Rumble, a purple Rumble that would go with it. But that's your heal gem plate right there. And multis, you could obviously also use the other Viscera plate, the Ministry Business. So there's a lot of plates you could use for him at this point on the Ultimates, so I like that. And then if you've got it right here, I do actually, nice. Takedown 3 with yellow move damage. It's going to give you another 250% plus 100% for the set. So you've got 350% from that as you go. So how nice. How nice, how nice. Plus, I've got 150% strap, so that's 500% move damage, plus 125% right there. Not bad, not bad. All right, let's see this first move set without any more talking. Oh, actually, you know what I need to do? I need to actually go into a battle before I can do that. The setup failed me because I was sitting there playing with him in the normal modes. All right, now we can go in there just to see what he was looking like and what he could do. I didn't go into the tour here, so... All right, so here is the Visionary. He pretty much has the same model as every Seth Rollins does, except for a consistent color on the top of his hair and like an ombre or whatever they call that, where the bottom of your hair gets different colors. Yeah, that's something like that. Anyway, you are going to hit this move, which is doing 4 million damage, right? That's not 40 million. Scopely insert commas, please. Nope, 4 million. And now you've also increased this so it's ready next turn as if you needed it, because you're going to make the whole board yellow. Then you're going to throw down multiply gems. Then you're going to throw down healing gems. So your healing gems go to the outside or along the side because it's a random area, but you've got a big old area of multiply gems. You got a nice little set of healing gems, which you could also use trainers that give you more of those if you wanted to. And then your last and final hit is going to be, that can't just be 18 million damage, right? 7, 9, 8. Yeah, that is only 18 million damage, but you're also throwing down the yellow gems, which is going to bust all of those multiply gems, all of the healing gems, etc., etc. Boom. Boom. There you go. That wiped him clean. So between the multiply yellow, the healing gems, and that, you are doing move damage, gem damage, and you're healing yourself. Oh, they actually gave a little different animation. I like that. And you're healing yourself. So this is a great boss battle build. This is a great feud build if you want to do it that way. But especially boss and Titan, you keep getting that health back. That's nice. That's nice. Boss battle especially. So that's his first moveset. Yeah, you can run it with gem damage, multiply trainers, and all of that kind of stuff, and that's going to work fantastic as well. But if you're going to go with the multiply set, he's got some multis that go into his primary color. So let's check that out. Well, speaking of obscure plates that very few people use in the game, we got more of those for you. Your next moveset is Purple, Red, Red. Purple, 6 MP, angled blockbuster, deal damage, gain 10 red MP. Also, if the opponent generates at least one crossbreak gem, deal 5.8 million damage and convert all crossbreak gems into botch gems, steal the opponent's turn. So, hello, going up against Axe or Turtle Ray or a few others like that. Smash. The Phoenix Splash, 9 MP red, but it's okay because it's loaded by the 6 MP purple. Deal damage, make a 5x7 random area into botch gems. Then deal damage and make the bottom 2 rows into multiply gems of strength 13. Then the Stomp, 10 MP finisher, deal damage, make 22 multiply gems into red, pin the opponent. Now, one move that would go differently on this one, you've got the Pedigree as well. Deals damage, destroys the multiply gems rather than making them red, but if the opponent's style is aggressive, first deal damage, increase the multiply strength by 10. So you're not going to his primary color, but if you specifically focus on aggressive people, then you're going to make them up to 22 on the multiply gem strength, right? Or wait, sorry, what was it originally? It's 13, so 23 actually, before you go into any trainers. Then we have any of your red MP people. This is my favorite to put for red MP. Wait, not red. We want purple MP. Look at that. Let's make that change real quick. Because we actually don't want red. I'm sitting here thinking it's the red moveset that would work. I am glad I glitched my brain right in front of you so that way you could see it spill out everywhere and fix itself accordingly. All right, woods. Where's my... There. All right, so we want this very specific partner right here, purple woods, to get us our purple MP. Then you can put on your Armor King now, because he just does everybody's moves. So all color moves start with 2 more MP, or the purple one, and then multiply gems increase their strength by 2. Seth Turtle for multiply gems increase their strength by 3, if you got him. If not, do double zombies, because anything around or under that 12 mark anyway, it's actually better just to use the zombies. But Zombie Bailey is red 40, multiply 60. So you're going to have the best overall hit with her. And boom, there we go. Trainers are fixed on screen. All right, then on the strap, you've got your botch build. So you've got botch plates you can use. You've got the botch slapped. Whenever you make 8 or more botch gems, make 8 random gems into multiply gems of strength 8. So you're going to have those multiply gems. Hopefully they go up high, because otherwise you're going to overwrite them. But then you can also use the ultimate or the red one. Doesn't really matter. Whenever you make botch gems, increase your gem damage by 300%. This one's just all color. This one's only specifically red. So if you have the all color one and you accidentally break other gems, good on you, right? Then you're going to want your 150, 100%, whatever you've got that's high up there. And as best a gem damage as you've got with a red one right here. And that's it. That's pretty much the setup for this one. It's pretty straightforward again. If nothing else, this character is very straightforward. He's very much like he is on TV. Bland, unexciting, and does the same thing, and you can predict his move every time. But, so far, pretty good hit damage too. So, that's up there. All right, Phoenix Splash. You're going to make the botch gems. That's going to trigger the botch plate. Plus, you're then going to throw down... Oh, look at that. It did it nice. It actually put these down first and then put the ×8s up here. How nice. Now, the one disadvantage of this, right? You got 7 here, 7 here. So that's 14. So you might, depending on how things fall, you might end up missing one of these to break these. But overall, you should hit all of them because it's destroying 22, right? 7 plus 7 plus... Okay, so you're going to miss a few of them, but hopefully you get most of these and they turn red and go from there. Yeah, that's basically it. He's got 62 million health. Here comes the stomp. Bam! And let's see the hit. Yeah, we got all of them actually, except for one. That's what I thought. 191 million. So, yeah, he's good. He's good. That's the moveset I would use. I do love the animation on him with that. Like I say, it's predictable, it's straightforward, but he always tends to hit for the championship belt as well. So I guess we can be all in on this Seth Rollins. Like I said, if you go up against an aggressive class, then you could switch over to the other move. I'm not going to show it. Personally, I will never use that, even if I go up against aggressives, unless it's like a boss or something in particular, just because I personally don't think every single character, like, oh, they target defensive, they target aggressive. And if you do, flip in that other move and you're good, right? You're going to hit for a decent amount. But that one goes to his primary color, primary damage. I like it. It's pretty straightforward, gets the job done, and then some. All right. Check out a variation on that, but that's really about it, aside from one minor tweak. For his final moveset, really all we're doing is we're changing out the Koji clutch instead of the blockbuster, the Buff Bagwell machine right there. Koji clutch is a 5 MP color submission, 10 gems that you choose into red, and the remaining turn into botch gems. And yeah, it does a decent amount, 780k damage, so you could focus on the sub, although really the sub is there to load the other two moves, so I personally will not. So in that case, I'm actually just keeping the entourage the same. Since it is 5 MP, you don't actually need Armor King. You could totally put Sherry right there and get your 2 extra multis. That would really be the only change that I would make from here, because it's really still all about getting those multiply gems over to this. It's really it. It's really the only change. Same plates, same everything, basically. So, yeah, we're going to just go ahead and go right into it this way. Yeah, so without the MPs, you would need to get to 10. You have this right here. If you have Armor King on there instead of Sherry, you only need to get 7, basically, to make this load turn 1. So personally, I would just go with, whatever you can do that's going to get you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then leave the rest, because if you can, I don't know if you can actually trigger the Botchman plate twice with this, but man, this one's like, all right, I'll just put it there. Whatever. There we go. So now we're loaded. Now you've subbed him. Those people out there like me who do enjoy using subs, here you go. This is how you get loaded. It's not turn 1, it's cycle 1. You could, of course, also, instead of the Botchman plate, then use the sub plates, especially the Bite Man's battle armor, because that one's going to give you the most bite for your buck with the red damage. But otherwise, it looks the exact same as the last moveset. The only thing we're going to see is, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. If he hits for significantly higher than 200 million, then we know that the sub triggered the Botchman plate a second time, and therefore it might be a reason why you want to do that. But as I'm going to show, it probably doesn't here. Almost 200. Yep. So it's really just dealer's choice, man. It's really, if you just prefer to have a sub in the mix. Obviously there's going to be reasons why you would throw that in there, especially if you're going up against somebody who's like, hey, if you charge any of your moves MP, then you lose your turn and get reversed and all that kind of stuff, then you just sub them instead. But again, it's options. It's options out there. Yeah, and the more botches on the board, if they survive your 200 million hit, then they will have to deal with the botch gems as well. So that's basically it. What do I think about Seth? I know I'm giving him a lot of grief on the front end. I really don't care for Seth Rollins, the actor, wrestler, entertainer. He is by far one of my least favorite of this generation, although he married incredibly well. Best female wrestler of all time. Anyway, but other than that, other than his choice in partners, yeah, Seth as a wrestler is, I could enjoy him not wrestling, but in terms of this powerhouse poster, he's very stinking good. I actually do like the fact that they trolled us with the mysterious mask plate. That moveset gets the job done. And if you've got a ghost whooper, of course it's going to be a go-to for you. It really, really will hit hard. But for those who are probably like me, just going to run purple, red, red, 200 million, no hype is by far fantastic. It's a great setup. The Botchman plate is going to allow you to keep building. So like, for example, in Titan, you can just go Botchman, red, red, red. Basically, red move, red move, red move, red move, and just keep building that Botchman 300% buff and kind of go from there. That'll be nice. Other than that, let's talk about Seth's. So Seth has way lot of characters in posters in here. So your obvious contenders for best Seth, most people is probably going to be Seth freaking Rollins. That's probably your best Seth. He does very, very good. You just need a lot of things. This Seth, you don't need a lot of things. And the Botchman plates are often very inexpensive on the relative prize walls that they've been on. So you probably already have one. And if you don't, you'll get one cheap. So better than Seth freaking Rollins, of course. And the next one probably would be Turtle Seth. Turtle Seth hits for a decent amount of damage, but it's closer to that 100 million mark, not the 200 million mark. And ironically, this Seth would actually would counter that Seth because of the crossbreak chips. So you don't want to take Turtle Seth against Vision Seth, but that's probably your best overall fighter Seth if you've got him and got some tricks. But this one by far is going to smoke that damage. Yeah, with the right stuff. And then, well, let's see. Then you've got the other New Gen Acrobat Seth, who can also hit extremely high damage with his multiply setup, but it's, lots of clicks, setting things up, hoping you don't cascade. So, I mean, obviously, I'm going to use this Seth over that Seth pretty quick and easy. And then you've got Zombie Seth, who couldn't fight his way out of a paper bag. Like, if the zombie apocalypse comes down to you versus Zombie Seth, you're golden. You will have no problem winning that fight. So there you go. Am I forgetting anybody? Powerhouse Seth number 1, Mutant Messiah. Still my favorite looking poster in this character in this game. But yeah, definitely this one's better. So let me know what you think in the comments section. This one seems to be a pretty quick one. It's literally 2 movesets with a couple variations, basically. That's really all I see. You've used all the moves at this point, except for the finisher that I said I wasn't going to show, and it has a very special use case for it. So I think that's it. Very straightforward, very good. I like him. I'm surprised because I really wanted to not like him because it's Seth, but heck, I'll take him. I'll be happy to have him on my roster. He's a good powerhouse. So let me know what you think in the comments section. Like the video, subscribe to Champions Chat, and send this to your friend or faction mate because hopefully you find our content helpful and worth sharing, and we'll keep making them about 2 a day, so make sure you're checking in. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.